Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I am continuing on with my collection overview, but in a slightly different way. I mentioned in a recent Get Ready With Me, which I will link around, that I wanted to refilm my lip collection video. I have already filmed a lip collection video in the same style as the rest of my makeup collection videos. I will also have a playlist linked in a card and also in the description box if you want to check out the rest of those videos, or one or two or whatever. But I did kind of just swatches on my hand, had the camera facing down so you could see everything. And that video is over an hour long, and it's too much. It's too long. It's ridiculous, and also I didn't get rid of as many lipsticks as I wanted to. I did declutter some, so this is not going to be all of the lipsticks that were in that video. But I thought that I would do a a try-on of all of my lipsticks, certainly not all at once. I'm splitting it up by category, and I thought that that would be a better way to tell if I wanted to keep a lipstick or not, because, well, you can see the color and the texture on hand swatch. I feel like so much of the experience of the lipstick is how it feels on your lips, and when you're looking at hand swatches, that aspect is lost. And I found it difficult to figure out, even with very similar shades, do I want to keep that one or do I want to keep that one? So I think trying them on is going to help me decide. And so that's what we are doing today. And I'm going to start with the nudes. I have quite a few. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Now this ranges from nudes to kind of brownie tones. So these are not all kind of, so there's a range here, but still, you know, I don't need 14 nude lipsticks. Let's be honest. I thought it was a brilliant idea to wear a bright purpley pink lipstick. I just filmed my brush collection video, which will be up at some point. I will link it if it's up already. And so my lips are a little bit stained, but we're gonna work with it. So the first lipstick we're gonna go in with is this e.l.f. matte lip color. It's in the shade Natural. This is a great pencil. I like it. I have thinner lips, and so the size of this pencil works really well. There is a sharpener in the end, which I've never used. I just don't. That is Natural. It is a very comfortable formula. I really love this. It's a nice kind of neutral nude for my skin tone. It looks, the color icon thing on the end looks quite pink, but I don't find that it's very pink actually on my lips. But this is definitely, it's one of my favorite nudes. You know, we'll see as we move along with these shades. And to remove everything, just so you know, I'm just gonna use some jojoba oil and a piece of toilet paper because I'm classy. Next up we have a gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. I already am pretty sure I'm gonna keep this, but let's swatch it for funsies. It's the only, well, I have an intense butter gloss, which I will show you in just a second. But this is just a nice, again, it's a neutral color, at least to my mind. It's not too peachy, not too pink. And as you can see, you can just kind of slap it on without having a mirror. It smells like buttercream. So if you don't like smells, it doesn't hang around for very long, but it's quite, you know, it's quite intense when you're actually putting the product on your lips. But it's just a nice, it goes nice. I'm just going to say nice 5,000 times. It is a beautiful color just on its own to add just a little something to your lips if you don't really want a whole lot going on. You just want a little extra oomph. And it also goes very, very well over other lipsticks. And because it's neutral, I find it to be relatively versatile with colors it can go over, if that makes sense. So I do love that. Love that. Next up is the Intense Butter Gloss I mentioned. This is in the shade Tres Leches. Again, please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that. I did look up the pronunciation because, you know, I feel like it's a good idea. And I got a couple different versions. It was either Tres Leches or Tres Leches. So anybody who knows, let me know. This has a more kind of cake batter smell to it. Similar to the butter gloss, it's kind of intense when you're applying, but it doesn't last for very long. Fine, application is super easy, and a nice kind of flat doe foot applicator. The darker colors, which, you know, we'll get to in a separate video, I do find that those bleed, so they need to be put over a lip liner, but this is so close to my skin tone that it doesn't really matter. But I really love this product. A lot of these, I like glossy lips. I'm so excited for them to eventually come back around into style. The only thing that annoys me, and it's happening right now, is if you apply too much and you don't do this kind of thing, you do end up eating a little. And unfortunately, it doesn't taste like cake batter. So there's that. This next lipstick is from Milani. This is one of the regular color statement lipsticks. It's in Nude Creme. And this is a nice neutral nude. Okay, I think this reads a little more pink on me. Very comfortable. It's actually, as I'm applying it, it is a less glossy version of that Tres Leches. But, you know, it's definitely pretty. These do smell, I think, marshmallow. But again, they don't really last. And the packaging's really pretty. Very comfortable. This is obviously going to be a little more long wearing than the glossy products we talked about a moment ago. I have nothing bad to say about it. Not looking good for decluttering, I have to say. Like, I like all of this. The next lipstick is not available anymore. I have a bunch of the old Fergie lipsticks from Wet n Wild because they're fantastic. These are hands down my favorite Wet n Wild lipstick formula. I love the Mega Last, but they can be quite dry, and the I think silk finish, right? The cheap ones, the 99-cent ones, they're all right, but they're cheap. They smell like cheap lipstick. I've at this point decluttered all of the ones that I had. They're a great way to play with shades, but they're not formulas that I tend to reach for. Obviously, I'm a fan of the liquid catsuit that they've recently come out, but as far as bullet lipsticks, these have absolutely been my favorite. They are pigmented, just like the Mega Last, but they have a little bit more creaminess. They last beautifully, but they're just a little bit creamier and more comfortable. This is in the shade Fergie Daily, and I already know I'm going to have a hard time, even if it comes to, well, this is the same color as this lipstick, so, you know, pick one. Because I can't get this anymore, it's going to be a problem. This is actually probably the palest nude that I have. I decluttered in my not seen by the public lip collection video another one that was much lighter than this. It was very kind of 60s concealer lip, which does not look good on me at all. This is as pale as I can go, I think. And it has a little bit more of a, I don't want to say orangey. It's not really peachy, but it's a little less, it's a little more orangey. I'm going to go, or a little bit more warm maybe is the way to phrase it. But that is Fergie Daily. Looks awesome with a smoky eye. Although, I dig it with the wings too. This next one is a Bite Beauty Lip Duo. The first shade we'll go in with, let's see, is there a paler one? It doesn't fucking matter. The first shade I'm going in with is Lychee. These are really, really comfortable. They're awesome. I have a few of these lip duos. This I actually think reads much more pink. So this is the pinkest nude we've come across so far. It's in the same sort of category as the e.l.f. lip color we started with and that Fergie one that we just did, but it's the kind of pink version, I think. The other end is Musk, which is a little bit darker. Very pretty, and these are great lipsticks. They're very comfortable. I want to keep them all. I'm very curious to see how this stands up to the other kind of brownie shades in my collection. Now I have another Bite lip duo, and this really, I want to split it up because one side is definitely in the pink category. But let me just swatch this nudish one. This is in the shade Date. This seems to me a darker version of Fergie Daily. It has that kind of orangey undertone to it, but it's a little bit shinier and a little bit darker. Okay, this is another one of the Fergie lipsticks. This is a darker shade. It's called Bebot Love. So this is much more kind of brown, kind of more 70s / 90s nude, or, you know, if you have darker skin than me. But again, it's a beautiful shade. All right, I have 4 more, and these are less, at least on my skin tone, nudes. These are more kind of brownie neutrals. The first one is a Too Faced Melted lipstick. This is in Melted Chihuahua, which is the worst name. Come on. I mean, Too Faced, I already have some issues with you anyway, but Melted Chihuahua? What the hell? But this is a more kind of brownie color. I got this in a holiday set, which came with 4 of the melted lipsticks. I think one of them I've already decluttered. But I got it because I thought it'd be a great way to try some out. And I honestly don't reach for these, so that's probably a good indication that I can get rid of this. Besides, the name is awful. Yeah, because this is very similar actually to Bebot Daily. This is the first one, honestly, even though all of these have been quite similar, this is the first one that I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get rid of that. Should have saved those glosses. My lips would appreciate them now. Okay, just a couple more. So the next 2 are from Milani. This is one of the regular lipsticks, the color statement. This is in the shade Teddy Bear. I'm not sure why I bought this shade, actually. It's not one that's kind of up my alley, and I don't know. It does go with my shirt. It's definitely a brown. I don't know about that one. This next shade is one of the Milani matte lipsticks. This is in Matte Beauty. Application super messy. I actually, oddly, find this more comfortable going on than Teddy Bear. I also think it's much more orange, for lack of a better word, or yellow in undertone. It's definitely pretty, and I find these Milani matte lipsticks are awesome. As someone who's not usually into the matte lipstick thing, the Milani mattes are super comfortable. You know, they're matte for sure, but they're cushiony. They don't dry my lips out. They don't look dry on my lips. I really do like them, although, again, I'm curious as to why I picked this up. Might have just been to catch them all. All right, we got one more, and this is actually a sample. This is a Big and Sexy sample from Buxom. It's in the shade Sinful Cinnamon. It is a matte. And it usually lives in my purse because it's so tiny. I feel like it's a very similar color, maybe just a little less, just a touch lighter maybe. Let's swatch them out again. To the last shade I swatched, the Matte Beauty. Yeah, it's just a little more pink, and Matte Beauty's a little bit more yellow, so just stuck my finger in a swatch. So that bottom, oh my goodness, Emma, here we go. So the top one is Sinful Cinnamon, and the bottom one is Matte Beauty. And I think color-wise, and especially wearing it, I think I like the Buxom one better, actually. I feel like it's a very similar color, maybe just a little less, just a touch lighter maybe. So let's go back through. Now I think, as I am off frame, I'm just going to keep talking to you, right? So here's what we are working with, and I think what I'm going to do is kind of, I like a lot of, not all, but I like a lot of Jessica Braun's declutters, and something that she often will say in terms of, am I going to keep this or not, is would I buy it again? Would I spend the money on it again? And I think that is a good way to go with these, because I could talk myself into keeping all of them because they're all just a little bit different and different undertones and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like, you know, I don't need this much. So I think that's what I will I'll consider as we go through. These NYX glosses, I love these. I wear these all the time, so those are definitely staying. So I think at this point, I'm gonna swatch them all out on my hand just so we can look at the difference in tone. So there are the more nudie ones. So starting here, this is the e.l.f. Natural Pencil. This is Nude Cream. This is Fergie Daily, and this is Bebot Love. Now you can tell that these are all slightly different. This looks a little bit more pink. This is a little more peachy. This is a little bit more kind of neutral. And obviously this is a little darker and more brown. And then for the darker brownie shades, I've already decided I'm getting rid of Melted Chihuahua, so I'm not even going to bother swatching that out. I did forget about the Bite Beauty though. Okay, and turns out, folks, the top swatch is over here. This is Bite's Lychee, and this is Natural in the e.l.f. pencil. They are the same color, just different textures. And then Musk is quite similar to Nude Cream. It's a little bit darker. It looks darker actually on camera than it does on my hand in real life. So I think that I can actually, oh, it hurts, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get rid of both of these lipsticks because I have the same color in this formula, which I love. And even though it's a little duo that's, you know, kind of more of a sampler thing, these still last forever. Oh my goodness. It's so exciting. Okay, and as far as the darker nudes go, oh crap, let me remember what everything is. So actually the Sinful Cinnamon, which is right here, looks very similar to Bebot Love, so I think I can get rid of probably Sinful Cinnamon just because I love the formula of the Fergie lipsticks more. And honestly, both of those browns, it's just not a shade that I think looks fantastic on me. I just feel like those kind of darker chocolatey shades don't suit me for some reason. Not necessarily they don't suit my skin tone or anything, but they just don't kind of suit my style, I think. So I think I can declutter both of those as well. So, okay, I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. I got rid of half of my lipsticks. So if you do want to declutter shit, this might be a better way to do this, because when I first filmed this, I got rid of maybe 2 and kept this, 14 lipsticks. Trying them on, that's the way to go. Okay, so just to recap what I am keeping and what I am letting go. So definitely keeping both of these NYX Butter Glosses, both the regular and the intense. I love these. I've now made room for more. But I definitely love those products a lot. Super comfortable. I'm keeping both of these Fergie lipsticks. Again, love the formula of these. Can't buy them anymore, so I'm hesitant to get rid of them anyway. But the colors are great. They're great nudes. I think they're flattering on me. Love these. And then keeping this Bite Beauty duo in Lychee and Musk, which will replace a couple of the lipsticks that I'm getting rid of just because I don't need 2 of the same color. So what I'm getting rid of, this e.l.f. matte lip color in natural, even though I really do love this. It's literally the same color as Lychee, and I generally prefer a glossier finish anyway, so I can definitely let that go. Although I'm starting to be like, wait. But it's $3, and if I need it again, I can buy it again. It's totally fine. Getting rid of this small sample size of the Too Faced Melted Lipstick in Chihuahua. Again, it's a very similar color to Bebot Love, and I like that one better, and I hate the name of this. It's so stupid. And then getting rid of 3 Milani lipsticks. Again, not because they are bad lipsticks, but just the color is either duped elsewhere or not flattering. So getting rid of Nude Creme. It's a very similar color, like I said, to Musk in that Bite Beauty duo. Getting rid of Matte Beauty and Teddy Bear because they're just not shades that speak to me. And again, you know, all of these are colors that are permanent in ranges, and I can buy them again if I need to. And also getting rid of this little sample of the Buxom Sinful Cinnamon. I actually think my mom will really love this shade. So that's exciting that I can repurpose it. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I have a feeling this is going to be a relatively long video. I've been filming for 43 minutes. And while a lot of this can get edited down, it's probably still a good chunk of your time. So I appreciate you sticking through to the end. And I just appreciate you for existing. So thank you. And I will have more of these videos unless they're stupid, then let me know. Although I probably will do them anyway because this was way more helpful in my actual decluttering than just swatching shit out of my hands, because I can easily say, oh, but this is different and this is that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna say so yeah. Anyway, I need lunch. I will see you in the next video, and please leave any feedback for me in the comment section below. Let me know how you're doing. What's going on? Today it's snowing in kind of the perfect way, in that it is sticking to the trees and making everything beautiful, but it's not sticking to the roads, which is great, but also kind of sucks because then I do have to go work later. But, you know, it's all good. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.